What would you say a personal brand contains?
When I have to explain what is a brand, I always refer to a model by an American brand theorist, David Aker, which identifies for corporate brands 4 elements. He talks about brand identity, and I think this applies to personal brands as well. The first element of your brand is you need to have a product. So your product is what you do for people. If you are a consultant, what is the type of services that you offer? If you work in a company, you are a talent in a company, your product is what is the expertise, what is the knowledge that you bring to it. The second element of a brand is you can be assimilated to an organization, which means you not only bring the value that you as an individual can bring to the table, but you also bring value as a person who is related to other people. My case, for instance, as a consultant, I'm often asked, after we do the strategy, how can I create a logo or whatever? These are things that I don't do, but I can send people to experts. And obviously, this is an extension of my value offering. So this is a second element. You need to think of yourself as a system, and you are the hub around which this system can develop. There is a third element, which is what Aker calls brand as a person. And this is very, very important because I think it's the fundamental axis of a personal brand, which is you as a person, you represent something that people must be able to get in connection with and also develop some level of trust. So you, as a person in your personal brand, what you need to develop is the ability to inspire other people that if they work with you, it will be a good experience. It will be a fruitful relationship. So you need to inspire feelings like trust, like authority. And so the person side of your brand is fundamental because it defines how strongly you are in the market. And then there is another fascinating element of a brand, which is what Aker calls brand as a symbol. Brand as a symbol means that you have two levels of symbolic definition of your brand. One is you yourself, you become a symbol as a personal brand. I've identified 4 elements to this side, but you can become, for instance, a transformational figure. You can become a figure that resolves problems, or you can become an inspiring figure. And so you have different possibilities. And this is you as a symbol. You mean something to people. But then there is another dimension, is you can use symbolic language. And this is the ability to use metaphors, to be able to categorize, to be able to be seen in situations that indicate who you are, what you bring to the table, and so on. So, as we said, you have 4 dimensions to a brand. One is brand as a product. The other one is brand as an organization. The other one is brand as a person. And finally, you have brand as a symbol. If you are able to connect all of these 4 elements to a brand, you have a very strong personal brand identity.